and Chad Lowersy to sing, but Janaki Butterworth, our mezzo-soprano section lead in the church here, she very graciously agreed to fill in the spot. So she is going to regale you with some fabulous music by Dutch composers, and I hope that you will enjoy the program. Please welcome Janaki Butterworth.
Ik zag het grootloos blauw de sterren wanken en de witte wolkjes kwamen en verdwijnen. O klaar en koel, als menselijk ogen blanken, de gouden spranken die ons hart beschijnen. Toen sloeg ik toch in neer, mijn leven dronken, den zolenwind vol garen van jasmijnen. In dromen zo, in stil genot verzonken, vergaat mijn ziel de witte in nachtegaal, op blanke bloesemtwijgen, verheeft de stem en zong een lied van mij drong die vogelsang door zielen vleugelen zanger mocht ik vaak benijden, doch tienmaal meer een lied van liefde
Thank you all so much for coming, and to my friends who said they were either sick or working. That's why the camera is on. I will be posting this on YouTube after the event. But for those who came in person, you're my best friends today. So thank you for being here. The first piece you just heard is Meinacht or Meinacht by Alphons Diepenbrock. It describes a Meinacht and recovering from past loves and finding joy in the nightingale's song. Very typical romantic poetry of this era when it comes to love and spring. It was written in 1885, and you can hear that. There's a lot of romanticness to the piece, and the writing is very orchestral. You can hear the nightingale and the piano. This next piece, also by Diepenbrock, is very different. It was composed in 1916 during World War I. You can hear more modernism in the way it's composed. And as far as I figured out in my research, it discusses the Walloons and the Flemish beating the enemy. And after doing some perusing online, I discovered that around this period, the Germans who had invaded Belgium were kind of siding with the Flanders liberation movement run by a certain group of Flemish people at the time, as sort of to divide the country between like the Flemish and the Walloons, and not out of any solidarity with the Flanders independent movement, but just to make it easier for them to keep control of the nation. And since Diepenbrock was very much pro-Allies during the war, I believe that he wrote this piece to encourage the Walloons and the Flemish to come together against their German enemy. So this is Bejaard, or Belfry. Folk song arrangements by Willem Pijper. He was considered one of the more important composers in the Netherlands at the beginning of the 20th century. He kind of ushered in the whole contemporary modernistic movement in the way that like Schoenberg and Berg and Webern were doing in Germany. This music isn't necessarily reflective of that. Later in his life, he became very interested in things like medieval numerology and brought that into how he composed. And I think partially because of that, around that time, he became very interested in setting folk songs, both Dutch and French, that date all the way back to the Middle Ages. So these next two pieces are folk songs in Ye Olde Dutch, which made them very fun to translate, I have to tell you guys. I did my best, but it was hard. So yes, these are 13th century folk songs that he arranged, and I think they're a really interesting meeting ground of medieval and modern. And both of them, I chose these two of the many that he set because they are both about saying goodbye to winter and welcoming in the spring.
Dat
These next four pieces come from a set of 10 songs called Mélodie by Henriette Bosmans. She wrote these beginning in 1949, so after the end of the war, and dedicated them to the woman with whom she'd formed a performance duo, the French mezzo-soprano Noémie Perugia. The two are also most likely in a romantic relationship, and you can see that in a lot of the subtext in a lot of these pieces. These pieces, they cover a lot of ground in terms of themes. A lot of them are about the sea, a lot of them are about identity, a lot of them are about doomed love. And I think it was Bosmans drawing not only on her experience with the war, which was a very trying time for her, but also her experience as most likely a queer woman. And you can hear that especially in the last two songs we're going to sing today of the four, the Rondel and the Chanson. Rondel, you can interpret the text for that one so many different ways. It discusses someone who is watching two other people on an exquisite walk, and they're reflecting on how they feel like their body is monstrous, but their soul is pure, and that they must keep their soul pure in order to please God. And there are a lot of different ways you can interpret that, and I will leave it open to interpretation. Chanson discusses, the text is singing to their lover, a woman with whom they are with, and then they talk about having to push that woman away because their love is dark as death. So it's very moody poetry for that one. The first of the four, Chanson de la Meinacht, explores sailors who go out to sea and then come back, but have they really? And I choose to see that as kind of a reflection on soldiers who fought in the war and how that impacted them. Whereas the second of the four, le diable dans la nuit, le diable dans la nuit, is really just a diabolical fun time. And I'll leave it at that. So these are four selections from Henriette Bosmans' 10 mélodies. songs we have in the program for you guys will come after Ariel talks about the survey.
Sorry to interrupt the flow. So this is our opportunity now for you to win some chocolates. And seeing as, you know, your odds are going to be pretty good tonight, you might want to fill them out. It's an opportunity also for us to keep in touch with you so that we can keep you apprised of upcoming concerts and that you may want to attend. So please fill out your survey. Our lovely volunteers are going to be walking up and down the aisles to collect them. And I'm going to talk to you just a little bit more while they do so. So please come and collect the surveys. On the back of your program, you're going to see upcoming concerts. And so 1 month from now, we have New St. James Presbyterian Vocal Quintet, or the NSJ5. And that is all of the soloists that sing in this church. We were going to be presenting solos and ensemble work. And so that will take place on February 26th. There is something that is not on your program because just yesterday it was confirmed Doug Robinson, organist, is going to do a presentation March 23rd, whatever the last Wednesday of March. He's going to do a program on organ solos. And then on the 30th of April, Nathan Dick, our baritone, is going to accompany himself on the guitar. So please mark those dates in your calendars. So do we have all of our surveys, ladies? Waiting on two. Well, I will continue talking then because there is another ad in this program that talks about the Camera Corps concerts that also take place. Well, one of them will be taking place here. The other one will take place at First St. Andrews. So the one on March 15th is a Lenten program of chutes and charpentiers. And on May 17th at First St. Andrews, we will be doing the Bach double harpsichord concerti. So you want to make sure you mark those dates in your calendar as well. So are we ready now? 1. Well, seriously, I don't have anything further to say. So, okay.
I have something I can say.
Oh,
I was going to say it later, but I'll say it now. So, on this lovely Saturday at 2 p.m., Western is doing their opera and musical theater gala in the Paul Davenport Theater. I see 2 people right there who are in it, and 1 person maybe. I don't have my glasses. He directed it. I'm also in it. Anyway, so that is at 2 p.m. this Saturday in Paul Davenport Theater for free. There will be lots of fun musical theater and opera scenes with lots of very talented and awesome people, and also a portion will be with the Early Music Studio singing some Baroque arias, duets, and trios, etc. So please come.
Yay! Oh, and now we have our survey.
2 to 4.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much. Oh, there's a pencil. Ooh, the first one. Yeah, don't look. No name?
Grant.
Grant! You won some. Allison.
Try not to pull mine.
Don't pull yours.
Ray pulls it anyway.
Jennifer Grange.
Jennifer Grange. All right, and our last one, because we have 3 chocolates to give away. Paul.
All right, we've got Mom.
That's my mom. No, you wanted yours? Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Okay, this last set on the program for you guys is by Elisabeth Kuyper. She is sadly one of the lesser known composers of the 4 today, and not deservedly so. So we will be singing the final 3 songs in her Sechs Lieder, which she published in Germany in 1922 All of the songs are provided with German text. The first three are for high voice. If there were sopranos here, I would tell them to learn them because they're gorgeous, but there are no sopranos here. So, I will be singing the last three for low or medium voice. And I realized with the last two, they were the only two that also had Dutch text provided. And after reading more closely, I realized that the German poetry for those two pieces was actually translated from the Dutch. So I will be singing those two in Dutch. But the first of the three is simply a German poem, so I will be singing it in Deutsch. The first piece is very reminiscent of Wolf, especially if any of you are familiar with the piece Verganghenheit. They are both beautiful pieces. And for contrast, the next is a sweet and tender lullaby. And then for even more contrast, the last one is a cabaret song about cunning little Cupid. Enjoy. And we'll be receiving YouTube links shortly. Yeah, I was going to use this time to plug the Opera Gala, but I already did that. So we've got one more piece for y'all, and I'm sure you will know what it is. See